After a year-long delay due to the coronavirus, the Olympic Games will finally get underway. Thousands of athletes from more than 200 countries will gather in Tokyo, and economists say the event is set to be one of the most expensive games ever. Many people in Japan are not happy they're being held during the pandemic, but these Olympics will be full of firsts. The Tokyo Games will be the first Olympics held during a pandemic, but they'll be held despite worries that not enough has been done to stop the Games from becoming a super spreader event. Earlier in July, Japan extended a state of emergency in the capital Tokyo after a resurgence in Covid-19 cases, including of the Delta variant. That means no spectators will be allowed into the event. But even so, the Olympics and Paralympics in August will bring together about 15,400 athletes from all over the world, plus tens of thousands of people associated with events. In the days before the opening ceremonies, dozens of them have already tested positive for COVID-19. And initially, Japan had expected 7.8 million spectators at the dozens of Olympic venues. After banning fans, the loss in ticket sales is expected to reach $800 million, according to organizers. And that's only the beginning of the high cost of these games. The Tokyo Games were scheduled for the summer of 2020, and the delay has cost Japan a lot of money. In 2013, the original cost was estimated at $7.3 billion. But in 2021, Tokyo's organizing committee says its budget is $15.4 billion. That's more than twice the original budget. The year-long postponement added $1.6 billion to the price tag, plus another $900 million in additional COVID precautions. Other factors, such as the increase in construction costs, also contributed to the skyrocketing expenses. Japan's Board of Audit says those numbers may end up being much higher, and that the Olympics could actually cost Tokyo up to $26 billion to operate. Amid calls for the events to be cancelled, the International Olympic Committee, or IOC, has said sacrifices must be made to ensure the Games go ahead in Tokyo regardless of the coronavirus situation in Japan. The statement faced a backlash on social media from Japanese people. Many accused the IOC of ignoring Japanese public sentiment that opposed holding the Olympics this year. A poll by Japanese newspaper Yomiuri Shimbun in May showed nearly 60% of Japanese people wanted the Games cancelled. Another May survey showed 83% of voters said the Olympics should be scrapped or postponed. Although almost 75% of Japan's population over age 65 have received at least one jab of a COVID-19 vaccine as of July, the country is facing a vaccine shortage, and many Japanese people are concerned the Olympics could become a super spreader event. Tokyo 2020 sponsor Toyota has bowed to public pressure and said it will not run Olympics-related TV commercials, and its executives will not be attending the opening ceremonies. Japanese corporations such as Panasonic have also scrapped plans to attend the opening. And Tokyo police say they are on high alert over a possible escalation in demonstrations against the event. In Tokyo, dozens of protesters staged a march against the Olympics just a few days before the opening ceremony.
みんな怖がっています、国民は。でも政府はそれに対する説明が一切ない。科学的な説明も一切ない。それが恥ずかしいです。はい。自分の国の首相、政府がきちんとした説明をしない、できないということが恥ずかしい。はい。